welcome or welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to come on today and do a single reading. I got this deck yesterday from Sarah. Thank you very much, Sarah, for this deck. It is one that I've wanted for a while, and I'm not sure why I've never, like when I go out, I've never picked it when I pick tarot decks. Maybe it's because I found it intimidating, but anyway, I spent some time with this deck and I feel very connected to it, and I feel very excited about doing a reading for you guys with it today. So I'm actually going to do one of the spreads in this book. Again, Sarah, thank you. You guys, you're so good to me, and I love your messages. It's the first thing I look at when I wake up in the morning is your comments. And sometimes it's the last thing I look at before I go to sleep. Which, you know, I guess I love you. So I thought I'd do the sword spread. And specifically, you know, it's about a relationship. So I thought we could see what comes out for this sword spread. Yeah, I'm excited. Interesting. It's on page 176, which equals 14. Temperance energy, anyone? Balancing of energies? Okay, so anyway. So let's have a look. Let's shuffle, and then we'll get into it. I hope you guys are doing well. I thought I'd mention that I'm going away this weekend, so I probably won't be doing readings while I'm away. I haven't decided about that yet, but we'll see. Interesting. Oh, stop. What? I cut open to The Alchemist, and it talks about balance, and it also talks about destruction. And I was just looking at these page numbers, 176, 177, which is 14 and 15. Temperance, balance, 15, devil energy, anyway. Alchemist, destruction. I just can't even believe the card that I cut open to was balance. That's hilarious. Anyway, these are the things that I don't know what amuse me. I'm really excited to use these cards in a love, like a pick a card love reading, where I have a side representing you and representing your person. The guide, correction, interesting. We have a bell. If you're looking for the sign of a bell, there you go. Viewpoints, control. Oh my goodness. I'm seeing right away with that page 176 that the spread is on, I was hearing temperance, balance. And with this energy, I'm seeing, it says the storyteller, viewpoints, control. And I feel like clashing perspectives here. I feel unbalanced energy. I feel shadows contributing to whatever was going on in this connection. You guys could have had clashing perspectives. I'm seeing like Page of Swords in reverse, clashing perspectives. I'm seeing, you know, I finally learned the word. It's called distorted energy. Distorted masculine or feminine energy. You could have been both coming from a place of shadow and butting heads. Someone could have wanted control. Anyway, I love these cards. I feel very connected to them already. This is my idea of a good time. Oh, isn't that interesting? We have missed opportunities. So perhaps someone is feeling like you're the one that got away, or they missed out on some type of opportunity with you. You could be feeling like, you could be afraid that you've made a mistake in this connection and you've ruined something and it will never come back. And I just want to tell you that whatever Oh my gosh. I don't normally look under the card, but my guides told me look under that card. So it could be that it's that if you love something, let it go. If it doesn't come back, it was never meant to be, or whatever that saying is. It's true. That is what, it's true that's what's, now you guys are seeing into my autistic ADHD struggles. That is what meant for you. Oh my gosh, why am I having such a hard time? It's interesting. Maybe there's some autistic people with communication problems listening to me right now, because I just can't form that sentence. Interesting. So anyway, I'm just going to move on. If you love something, let it go. If it comes back, it was meant to be yours, kind of thing. And we do see this missed opportunity and fear of failure. And I see this eye, like I keep seeing on the shadow card, the control card, somebody had the third eye on their hand, and now I see this eye here. And to me, it looks like someone has realized that you are a missed opportunity. And I was told to look underneath, and I have the puppeteer explanations and apologies. So very interesting energy already. One of my favorite parts about reading, or one of my favorite parts of the reading, is actually when I shuffle, because for me, I get a lot of energy when I'm shuffling and I'm seeing the cards that are kind of showing themselves. It's become part of the way I read tarot. I find it magical. So satisfying. I'm going to do one more. That's what I mean. It's almost like my guide's giving me a layout of what the reading is going to be through the shuffling. We have biding your time, planning ahead, the Archer, and look at that. I see 3 of Wands with this, with that bow and arrow, planning ahead, forward movement, progression. Lovely. Biding your time, you could be trying to be patient. All right, that's enough of that. These cards are amazing. I don't know why. I felt like I needed to take a big deep breath. Maybe you're anxious. I felt like I needed to take a big deep breath before I turn this over and see what it is. I hope it's not something scary. Determination and certainty. Interesting. Interesting. Determination and certainty. We have determination and certainty and transition, which is really interesting. To me, I'm getting the energy of someone coming towards you, or you transitioning into talking to this person. I feel like this is something you've had to be determined for. I don't know why I'm seeing somebody at the dinner table with this card. I'm seeing like, I don't know what it is, but I'm seeing like someone with their fork and knife, like, I am ready to eat. Where is my food? I don't know why I'm hearing that. Now, before we get to the spread, I do want to look at the bottom of the deck energy. Oh dear, this is going to have to be one where I go to the table of contents. 82, strength, 82, strength, and High Priestess, listening to your intuition, determination, unwavering belief that this will happen. Interesting. 10, Wheel of Fortune energy, a turning point. Anyway, this is how my brain works. What page is it on? 82. Needing to have very strong intuition to keep working towards this, I'm hearing. It's actually on page 83. I don't know why it said 82. That's interesting. It's actually on page 83, which equals 11. And strength and Empress energy. The figure stands at the gates, faceless in their armor, hidden by their great shield. The sentinel is the pinnacle of guardianship. They know the value of what they protect and what they will give in order to keep it safe. They have their orders and they will not leave their post, no matter what comes to pass. The sentinel is a representation of extreme focus, of security in knowing your position and purpose in the world. It may feel as though forces have been conspiring to tempt you away from your goals. Ego. You ego monster. It didn't say that in the book. That was clearly my commentary. But do not let yourself be swayed. Balance unexpected situations with rational thought, and the outcome will be worth 100 times any distraction that might befall you. Interesting. Very interesting. All right, so let me go back to the spread. All right. We are going to look at the current foundation of this connection. What is the current foundation of this connection? Or I guess energy, depending on how we want to look at it. We're being specific. Oh my gosh, that is insane. That is so strange. That is really weird because I almost mentioned this card because I was looking at this page and I flipped it over to make sure there was nothing else. And it's the Warrior. And I almost mentioned it to you, but I didn't. Anyway, I think this is very interesting because what I'm seeing in this is Wheel of Fortune energy right away. The Warrior, perfectionism, burnout. Right now, you could be feeling very burnt out when it comes to this connection, whatever is going on between you. I'm seeing like 10 of Wands energy, so almost perhaps there's someone who's sick of being away from you and wants to come forward. Anyway, page 84. 12, Hanged Man energy. I am getting Wheel of Fortune energy with this, and I think it's interesting how we see all of these weapons. The ring of steel, the scuff of boots in the dirt, the shout of recruits echoes across the courtyard. The training ground is a place of hard work, blood and sweat, of the singular pursuit of improvement, and the warrior strives for perfection, no matter the scars they gather in pursuit of their peak form. So what I'm hearing with that this is, just give me a minute to make it make sense. This says the training ground is a place of hard work, of blood and sweat, and the singular pursuit of improvement. And the warrior strives for perfection, no matter the scars they gather in pursuit of their peak form. And to me, I'm seeing two people on their journey to their higher selves. And you could be someone who had to let this person go and focus on yourself. And, you know, it hurts, but you're focused on moving ahead with your life, finding your soul purpose, finding your soul path, finding your soul family, finding fulfillment, discovering your gifts. I just mean, it's endless. And what I'm feeling is I feel like your person is also in that energy now where they're determined to work on themselves. You know, we had that energy of the missed opportunity and then right underneath the apology and taking accountability. or communicating something. Very interesting. So right now I'm getting, you know, Nine of Pentacles energy. I'm getting independent energy where you're both working on yourselves and leveling up and transforming. I love this warrior energy. I love it. Interesting. Very interesting. I keep shutting this book and I need to keep it open to the spread. Okay, so we're going to look at your energy or what you're bringing to this connection right now. I suppose I was supposed to make it in the shape of a sword. Oh dear, so that one goes there. So let's see what you're bringing to this connection. The Wise One, tradition and order. This is so interesting, you guys. So I have to say twice, this has ended up on the bottom of the deck. I didn't talk about it last time. And I shuffled a few times, and this has ended up on the bottom of the deck again. And we have responsibility and expectations. So what I'm seeing is you could be someone who's learning, you know, what you expect in a connection or how you feel people should treat you. How do I put that into words? I listen to a meditation at night. I know I tell you guys that all the time, and it talks about how the way we view ourselves and the behaviors we put up with is a direct reflection on how people will treat us. And with this expectations and responsibility, first of all, I feel like you are someone who is looking at yourself, taking responsibility for what you can, but you also know what you want now and what you deserve and what you expect in love, how you deserve to be treated, how you deserve to be, you know, you deserve reciprocation is what I'm hearing. Anyway, I needed to talk about it because that was the second time it ended up on the bottom of the deck. With the Wise One, before even looking at it in the book, I feel it says tradition and order, and I feel you are someone who is on your soul journey and you are trying to do it the right way, even though sometimes your ego says you're making a mistake, you're gonna screw everything up. You know, at times I feel like maybe you feel lonely and you wonder, like, did I make the right choice? Did I make a mistake? Did I mess it all up by, you know, whatever it was, whatever, fill in the blank there. I'm seeing that you are learning to listen to your intuition with this one. I mean, look at this hand pointing at that eye. It's like you're very in tune with your higher self and you're listening to what your intuition, you're following your intuition. And it's like you can see the path here. I feel like you are the more spiritually awakened one in this connection with that energy. I actually want to put it like that because I feel like you are very spiritually aware of what's happening in this connection. Interesting. The Wise One. To the table of contents. If you guys can hear how much difficulty I have putting sentences together sometimes, I have that same difficulty when it comes to like understanding directions, or like when I look at the table of contents, I have a really hard time. I don't I'm not someone who looks at directions. I can't. What am I looking for here? Do you see what I mean? Oh my goodness, the wise one. Wise one, 52, 52. Oh, 52. On your spiritual journey, Hierophant, being guided by your intuition. High Priestess. That's what I was just saying. It's on page 52. That's magical. And 52 is 7, so forward movement on your spiritual journey. I feel like you're evolving and growing, even though sometimes it doesn't even feel like it. I just felt the urge to make sure this is still recording. It is. Yay. Okay, 52. Interesting. So this one talks about studying about those who went before you. So you could be someone who is looking at your childhood wounding or looking at how things were done in your family in the past. I've been channeling a lot of generational trauma, generational cycle breakers recently. This is very interesting. It says you're acting from a place of, spiritual knowledge, of knowledge about perhaps past patterns in your family. You could be someone who has been working on their 5 of Swords energy. You could be looking at, the way that you react or the way that you keep yourself safe and self-sabotage relationships in that way. Very interesting. Okay, we're going to have a look at your person's energy now. Interesting. I just heard something interesting. We have the bell. Oh my gosh, we have the bell. Remember, I saw the bell and look at what's on the bottom. The storyteller. That's the one I was talking about. Anyway, I think that's magical that in all these cards, the ones I was channeling through shuffling are the ones that come out. That's magical. Anyway, as I was shuffling, I was looking at this warrior card and I was looking at burnout. And I was thinking about your person and I was looking at perfectionism with you. And I feel perhaps you're someone who energetically, if you understand energy and the way connections like this work, I feel like right now you're very 9 of Pentacles. You're focused on yourself. You're evolving. You're growing. And what I'm seeing is possibly this person experiencing tower moments, experiencing conflict in their life, burnout. Interesting. Anyway, we have the storyteller, viewpoints, and control. And like I said, I feel like in the past, both of you may have been communicating from a place of shadow. And it could have been that you were triggering each other's wounds. We do have viewpoints and control. And it could be that you both have your own interpretation of what happened here. And perhaps you had conflict about it in the past or had a disagreement, clashing perspectives, different points of view. I'm seeing kind of, 2 more masculine energies. I'm not talking about gender, butting heads, interesting. And, you know, it could have been that one of you or both of you were coming from a place of shadow, especially with this energy right here. It feels like your shadows were kind of orchestrating what was happening here. The fact that we have this here, yeah, we have balance, invention, destruction, alchemist. So this could be a connection that was meant to help you both kind of break down and then build yourselves back up individually. Somebody said that I said the Nine of Pentacles means someone from your past is coming back. And I had no idea how to answer that because that's not what it means. And I probably had, you know, the Six of Cups with it. But anyway, Nine of Pentacles is an independent energy. And it's when you're working on yourself, you're working on your own foundation. With the guide, this is so interesting because I'm seeing release. I'm actually just going to intuitively read these cards because I'm having a really good time intuitively interpreting them. With the guide, inheritance, correction, it's really interesting because this card talked about how you're looking at behaviors possibly passed down through generations and how it was affecting you. Perhaps how it was affecting, you know, the way you behaved in relationships or the way you trusted people, whatever it was. For some of you, it could even be the way you were raising your kids. And with your person right now, they're in the energy where I see inheritance and correction. And I'm feeling the energy of I'm seeing temperance with all this rushing water, and I'm seeing release. We have all these little keys here, and I'm seeing the Hierophant, spiritual lessons being learned and balance being restored. And to me, it feels like this person is figuring out what they inherited from their parents or what they inherited from their previous relationships, whatever it is, and they're learning how to correct it. It's interesting because yesterday I wanted to ring that bell that I had. Interesting. I feel the need to get it. Hang on. I feel the need to get it. Ding. Confirmation that your person is healing. Anyway, very interesting what I'm seeing in your person's energy. So there's a lot happening here, you guys. There's a lot happening here. Interesting. And look, I feel like your intuition knows it. Your intuition is like, I know what's going on over there. Oh my. Now let me find the page again. I keep shutting it because I get excited. I just saw the movie Hook in my brain. Interesting. Hook, hook, where's the hook? I say it because sometimes it's symbolic. I was specifically seeing the opening scene where, not the opening scene, but one of the earlier scenes where Toodles opens the door and he says, "It's snowing," and he slams the door. That's kind of what I kept doing with my book. What can you learn from this relationship? Ooh, interesting. Let's see. So I'm not going to take this, but I'm going to talk about it. I mean, I might as well take it if I'm going to talk about it. We have Assassin here, ruthlessness, conviction, and right away I'm getting Queen of Swords energy. I'm getting, you know how I was talking about how, I can't remember what card we were talking about. I think it was the one with the volcano, expectations. I think that was the one. Expectations, the volcano. And with this Assassin, I am getting Queen of Swords energy. And you guys know what I'm talking about. The Queen of Swords energy is where you know your worth and you stand up for yourself. You know, it's like if there was a group of friends kind of ganging up on you and you stood up and stood up in your power and stood up for yourself. It's that type of energy. With connections like these, it is that Queen of Swords energy where you learn how to stand up for yourself. You learn how to know your worth and to stand in your power. So that's what I'm seeing, something you learned here. I'm also very drawn to this third eye. I feel like this is a connection where you've learned a lot about yourself. You've learned to trust your intuition. And with the skull, I feel like you've transformed through this connection. Oh, what is happening? Oh my gosh. What is happening? You guys. I can't believe the synchronicities. My ears are ringing. Oh my goodness. And to think I used to drink alcohol for fun. This is way more fun. I was just talking about this. Anyway, through this connection, you've learned how to take responsibility for your own actions, to take responsibility for your shadows. You've learned what you should expect or what you expect in connections, energy, reciprocation, boundaries, whatever it is. And it's taught you to, you know, go after, to stand in your power. Like I said, I was getting that energy of someone who was maybe afraid that they made a mistake by standing in their power. Anyway, I'm going to keep those there and we'll talk about the card that came out. But what the heck? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I have chills. I have chills. What is happening? Look, I still have the baby apple. I don't think it's good anymore, but oh my gosh, we see self-worth and trade. And what was I just saying about reciprocity and what you deserve? You know your self-worth now. You've learned what your worth is and what you're willing to put up with. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I can't, you guys. That was so amazing. I just think that was amazing. I am going to look up this card. The Merchant also makes me think of Seven of Pentacles, where you've done the work and you're just like, you're a merchant who's done the work. And I have a card that I'm thinking of, and you're taking your things to the market and you're ready for your manifestations or whatever it is. Anyway, very interesting reading today, you guys. The magic. I mean, the magic is just, oh my God, it's on page 96. I'm sorry, I don't like saying, oh my God, because I don't know why. I just don't like saying it. I don't want to insult anyone by saying that. So oh my goodness. But anyway, it's on page 96, and 96 is such a counterparty number because it's the energy of 9, the evolution of you growing into your higher selves. 6, Lover's energy, a connection where the energetic connection and bond is worth healing for, is worth being patient for, is worth choosing yourself for. I just mean, it's like, anyway. I'm just saying. So, it does talk about learning how to, you know, what you were supposed to learn from this connection, what you were both supposed to learn is your worth, on how to give and receive, on how to have balance and reciprocity. Again, you know your worth, you know what you deserve, you know that you deserve more than inconsistency, you deserve more than you pouring your love and that scale being tipped like way down and you feeling empty. burnt out anyway. Oh my goodness, just amazing. I don't think I actually have the room to do the sword, which is awfully disappointing. Maybe I can just make room. We'll just do that. I mean, we don't even have tarot yet. Oh my gosh. There we go. Maybe we can do it. Okay, last one. I'm going to leave this open. It says, what should you pay attention to? But I feel guided. I mean, we'll see what you need to pay attention to, but I also feel guided to ask what is coming. I feel like I'm going to ask what's coming. What is coming in this connection? We have the Sailor, new influences, wanderlust. Interesting. And on the bottom, on the bottom, we have parenthood and legacy. And I just think that's really interesting. You could be someone who is breaking generational trauma. You and this person could end up having children together and, you know, starting a new legacy. Very interesting. Get on up there. We'll just go like that. I don't even know if you can see that whole card. You can't. Oh, that's so sad. We'll just do that. So new influences, wanderlust. What does wanderlust mean, you guys? Can someone tell me? I gotta go to the table of contents. I'm sorry. So this one is about hard work. The crowd, it's about hard work. This little symbol here. Interesting. Very interesting. So this one is about this. Listen, this is about current energy, and this symbol represents development and growth. So it's, you know, things are growing, things are whatever, churning, whatever. Yours represents achievement and responsibility. So it feels like you're achieving things, you're taking responsibility for things. You could be being given more responsibility when it comes to healing. So maybe you're having, you know, more realizations. Maybe you're kind of leading the healing journey in a sense. And your person's energy is development and growth. So they are growing and developing. And both of these cards talk about hard work. So achievements for all the hard work you've done. Very cool. Same. That one too. So once you've done the growth, once you've done the work, this is what you achieve. Amazing. I also feel called to this boat, you know, the arrival of someone, the arrival of news, the arrival of forward movement. I'm seeing 3 of Wands. Pisces could be symbolic. Libra could be symbolic. Interesting. Anyway, I got sidetracked looking at what the meanings of those little symbols were. Squirrel. The Sailor. Well, now I know how to look it up in the table of contents. So thank you for being patient with me. This is on page 106, and I'm seeing 1, magician energy, things manifesting, things coming into fruition, your ships coming in, and 6, Lover's energy, an offer, connection. It equals 7, Chariot energy, forward movement, the boat, 106. This talks about a fresh start. Current moment might be the perfect one to start afresh. Interesting. It's interesting because it talks about being on a path here and how the waves are just kind of parting. Interesting. I actually am enjoying intuitively reading these cards. They're beautiful cards. They're meant to be read with tarot intuitively. They also, you know, are meant to be used in a game as well. So that's why I'm enjoying the intuitive aspect of them more than maybe what they would mean in a game. My partner plays games that would use these. Sorry, I'm just looking up this parenthood one just to make sure. 88. Oh my gosh, 88. I'm seeing strength, unbreakable bond, unconditional love. Interesting. Interesting. This is very much Empress energy. That is so interesting. It's very much Empress energy. The botanist is a parent, a nurturer, a giver of life. By providing the right environment, they bring everything, intentions, material gains, and even people into fruition. What you do now creates a legacy for those who come after you. Take what you have learned from the botanists before you and become the next to embrace that role. This card is for you and for those who have nurtured you into who you are today. Interesting. So we are going to get tarot now, my friends. Oh my gosh. I just grabbed a random deck. I just grabbed a random deck and we have 10 of Cups and 8 of Wands, which is, you know, emotional fulfillment coming in quickly, communication, rapid change, rapid growth. Ace of Swords, clarity, communication. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. All right. We have the Three of Swords. So I feel like for some of you, you were in separation with this person. Interesting. We have the Eight of Swords in reverse. Someone coming out of no contact. 8-8. Oh my gosh. That was on page 88. Eight of Swords in reverse. 8 of Wands. Someone coming out of no contact with communication. Back and forth communication about 10 of Cups energy. Oh my gosh. Wow. And 8 of Swords talks about trauma that can be healed, traumas that are being healed. Very cool. Very cool. We have the 9 of Coins. Yay. There's that energy that I was talking about where you're both working on your soul paths. And it's like when you're at the same frequency, when you're vibrating at the same frequency, that's when you come back together. Oh my goodness. Interesting. We have the High Priestess. Something is going to be revealed to you and you've been listening to your intuition. You're magical. Oh my gosh. Hidden forces are at work. I gotta do one more shuffle. Ace of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. Interesting. It almost cut open to that. So we do have possibly someone having an emotional awakening. Ace of Cups is an offer of love, and it is renewal. Oh dear. Now I need to do one more. Hanged Man, coming out of Hanged Man energy, fresh perspective. This break was, or this pause in this connection was meant for you both to grow. I always say it, sometimes we can't grow when we're butting heads. Oh, isn't that interesting? So we have a lot happening here. We have separation, we have stagnation, and we have Hierophant. So to me, it feels like there was a separation. The universe said, you know, you cannot pass go at this point. You cannot pass. You shall not pass. I'm hearing Lord of the Rings. Oh my gosh. You shall not pass, or whatever it is. And we see, you know, the universe kind of saying, no, nobody's moving forward. We see stagnation until these spiritual lessons are learned, until you're both willing to look within at what you need to learn and what your part of this soul contract is. And I think it's really interesting because in this spread, your person was inheritance correction. So it's like, and I said Hierophant energy. They're looking at what they need to heal. And here we have this. It's almost like the way was blocked until lessons were learned. Very interesting. Blocked 5 of Wands until it was learned. Wow. All right then. So we're going to look at, we'll just look at past energy really quickly. Past energy in this connection. Yeah, we have the 5 of Swords. I cannot make this up. Oh my gosh. This is what I was talking about self-sabotage, about you both behaving in ways that you inherited from your parents. I'm hearing that, what song is it? Scotty Hellman, is that it? I always hear that song. Ripple Effect. And about how our parents, how they raised us and how their parents raised them has a ripple effect onto every generation. The line is, you're just as mean. Wait. Why can't I think of it? You're just as mean as your mother. I'm just as angry as my dad, or something like that. And it talks about the way that you're drowning in the ripple effects of your parents' history. It has actually nothing to do with the two of you or how much you love each other. You're being triggered by wounds from your past or from a past connection, for example. 9 of Wands in reverse does show perhaps that maybe this person was resistant to self-improvement. Maybe you were. But it shows that self-improvement was needed because there were wounds here that needed to be looked at and addressed. And you both had to grow in order to not have this 5 of Swords energy. You know, this is someone operating, you know, look at them. They're trying to protect themselves because the two people in their past hurt them or didn't provide for them or whatever it is. However you're resonating with that card. Interesting. And we do have 5 of Coins. So Five of Coins shows isolation. It shows rejection. It shows wounds. There's a lot that needed to be changed in this connection. And I think that, you know, a lot of the reasons why it didn't work was because you were possibly two hurt people. Interesting. This is a really intense reading, like the energy in it. Let's go current energy. We have the Star, healing, and the Tower. So here we have healing. I think it's really interesting that in your energy, just look at the synchronicities. Current energy, your person's energy, healing, releasing, healing things from the past, being guided by that light, being guided by that intuition. Star, look at that. Star energy. Oh my gosh, that's magical. Learning their spiritual lessons. And we've got, where are you? We've got this one, the wise one, tradition and order. And we see, remember I said that talks about achievement. And we see this Queen of Coins here. We see this Queen of Coins here, you know, very strong, very grounded. Anyway, here we have, oh my gosh. So this is current energy, the Eight of Swords in reverse. We have someone wanting to talk to you, someone wanting to come out of no contact. Oh my gosh. With the Two of Cups and Temperance. So I feel like until this trauma was healed, until it was looked at, this couldn't come into balance. We have someone wanting to come towards you here. It's interesting with this Tower energy too, because I feel as though there's about to be a test to see if the two of you can, you know, be together. Interesting. You could be longing for each other right now. For some of you, maybe you're losing hope, I'm hearing. Let's go future energy, near future. We have, very interesting, we have Justice and the Five of Coins. It looks like we have someone coming out of isolation, someone coming out of the cold, wanting to reconnect here. And with Justice, this does show truth. It shows someone communicating a truth, someone making amends, trying to make things right here, taking accountability. We also have the Knight of Cups. So this is someone who wants to express something to you. The Knight of Cups can be someone who wants to rekindle things, someone who wants to tell you something, specifically something about how they're feeling emotionally, whatever it is. So we see balance coming in. And I think that's really interesting because we have this here. Self-worth and trade. So it's like, I feel like there's going to be a test of both of your foundations to see if you've both grown enough in order for this to be balanced. All right, let's see how you are feeling about this connection. I'm having a really hard time speaking today. How are you feeling about this connection? Interesting. So on the bottom, we have the Ten of Coins. What we have is you feel like this is your Ten of Pentacles. I feel like long-term, you know, there's something here, or there will be intuitively. Right now, we have the Seven of Coins in reverse and the Seven of Swords. And I feel like right now you are taking a break from this. You're trying to gain clarity about this. Seven of Coins in reverse shows you feel like you haven't been rewarded yet for all the work you've put in, all the healing you've done. You're still waiting for those manifestations. You could feel like this person, actually, let me grab my book. You could feel like this person didn't put in enough effort with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, no results, fruitless investment from a connection. So you could feel like you haven't seen any results, or you could feel like, you know, you put in all this hard work and maybe your person wasn't putting in the same amount of work. You could be, you know, going through a tough time here. Maybe you're not feeling well with the Four of Swords. Maybe you're feeling, you know, we do have a full moon coming up, so maybe you're feeling a lot of intense energy like that warrior card talked about. And perhaps, you know, you're wondering, like, where is my investment for this? I've put in all this effort for this 10 of Cups. Where is it? Let's see how your person is feeling about this connection. Yeah. Remember how I said your person, when I looked at those two cards, I feel like your person was going through tower moments and you were going through, like, ascension. Like you could be having good things happen to you or people noticing you. Anyway, this is someone who wants to come in here. This is someone who has had a shift in how they see this connection, possibly due to the fact that they have looked at that trauma that they had. This is someone who wants to show you a new perspective or tell you that they have a new perspective of how this connection came down. With the High Priestess, this is someone who feels intuitively drawn to you. And with the Queen of Cups, it shows that's also a very intuitive energy. This is someone who feels, you know, a lot of feelings for you. I feel like perhaps they feel like you're protecting your own cup right now. Six of Swords, this is someone who wants to come towards you. Very intuitive connection with you. They think about you a lot. They could feel like they don't really know what's happening in this connection sometimes, maybe. Let's see. What do I want to look at? I want to see their intentions. I guess we'll just keep going in that direction. Show me their intentions, Spirit. Oh my gosh. We have the Hierophant and the Sun and the Knight of Cups. Oh my gosh. That's a lot. For intentions, this is someone who wants to bring you clarity. This is someone who wants to tell you how they've been feeling. This could have been someone who had to evolve emotionally. I did see that earlier in the reading. This is someone who wants to rekindle things. The Hierophant shows them wanting to have a more safe and traditional relationship with you, which is interesting because currently you are in the energy of wanting something stable with a foundation. Your card said, you know, tradition and whatever else it said. Anyway, so this does show higher level of commitment. It shows this person wanting to offer you something more stable. And the Sun shows them wanting to take action in the 3D, in the physical, wanting to bring clarity to this situation, wanting to definitely tell you how they're feeling with the Knight of Cups. We also have the 9 of Coins and the Ace of Cups on the bottom. And like I said earlier, I feel like until this person was energetically at this 9 of Coins energy, maybe they couldn't come in. This is someone who wants a renewal with you. Let's see their next actions towards this connection. Those just kind of flew into my hand. I will take them, but I'm going to ask, like I could barely ask what their actions were going to be before that flew out. Interesting. Interesting. Oh my goodness. So these two came out before I could ask anything. And the Knight of Coins is an energy of someone who's going to come forward once they know. It's someone who's very determined to complete a task. So this person, when they take action, is determined for long term here. This is someone who's going to tell you how they feel with the King of Cups. That is someone telling you how they feel. It can be an offer of love. Knight of Coins shows they're coming in a very stable energy. Knight of Coins is the most determined knight in the deck. So this is someone who's determined to bring you this offer. I also have to point out that we saw the Queen of Cups. Now we have the King of Cups, counterpart energy. Doesn't have to be, you know, you don't have to be a water sign. Anyway, for actions, we have High Priestess and Six of Cups. So we see reconnection. We see this person reaching out, wanting to reconnect, wanting union possibly. This is hearing from your ex, hearing from someone from your past. High Priestess energy shows this person wanting to tell you something, possibly what they've learned here with this thing that they're holding here. Maybe they wrote you a letter. I just heard a song in my head. My therapist told me to write you a letter. She said if I did, it would make me feel better, but you wouldn't care even if I sent it. You won't something, you're too damn selfish. Don't make promises that you can't keep. This is how my brain works. It's constant with the music. Before I came up here, I had a song in my head. It was a Pink song, and it was Blow Me One Last Kiss. Anyway, maybe those songs are symbolic. I just zoned out there hearing them, so maybe they were meant for someone. But yeah, we see this person revealing something to you, telling you how they feel, and we see reconnection here. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Fountain, and the Fountain is about, you know, stepping onto your new path. So it feels like this person wants a fresh start here. We also have the Ace of Wands. So yeah, let's see what advice you need to hear from this connection. We have the Page of Swords. Oh my gosh, I just saw the Emperor too. So Page of Swords does show that this person has been learning about themselves. It's advice to keep learning about yourself. And it's also about someone wanting to communicate a truth with you. And I think it's interesting because it feels to me, remember I said I was feeling Page of Swords in reverse, clashing perspectives. Here it's in the upright. So I feel like this person has kind of, it's almost like you guys can hear each other out and have a conversation without that. We also have Four of Wands on the bottom. So, you know, if this is what's coming towards you, you know, again, Star Wars could be symbolic. I always see like a bunch of people having a lightsaber thing here on a beach anyway. But Four of Wands shows possibility of union. It shows twin flame energy, marriage, living together. So I do feel it also represents two people coming together with a strong foundation, both having grown. We also have the Nine of Swords here. So remember I said you could be someone who could be afraid that you made the wrong decision. It could keep you up at night. Just remember, no, that's just your fear talking. That's just your fear monster trying to get you. I also feel like the closer you get to this, like one of those cards said, the more your ego will try and push you off course. So please remember that, to not listen to your anxiety here. I want to keep that there for some reason. And I just want to see what information Spirit can give me about what is happening in the next month between the two of you. Let's look at the next month. Whenever you find this, oh, wow. Oh, wow. So in the next month, we do have Queen of Cups energy, which is someone, you know, it's someone wanting to give you the love you deserve. It's someone being generous with their love towards you. We see you feeling very good here if that is you. I'm not talking about gender. You also learning how to give to yourself, perhaps your person learning how to love themselves a little bit more. We also have the Chariot, so we have forward movement in this connection. This is fast movement. It is someone, it's both of you taking action to this connection. So whatever happens in the next month here, we see you moving ahead, more communication, more forward movement, this person taking more action, putting in more time. We also have a very naked person. I'll use my sobriety chip. We do have the World, so we have completion of a cycle. We have the two of you coming together, the closing of a distance. Perhaps if you're at a distance in the next month, you're taking a trip to see one another. Beautiful energy. And I'm going to ask Spirit if they have any last words for you about this connection. Any last messages? We have strength. Be strong, my friend. Be strong. Don't let your pride get to you. Don't let your ego get to you. Believe in your intuition. Harness that inner strength that you have. I'm hearing believe in unconditional love. Communication is coming. You will have clarity. It's coming. Just be strong. Why do I keep hearing music in this pile? Interesting. I don't know what that was that I was hearing, but whatever. So I'm going to get this deck that I got yesterday. This one. And we'll see what we need to know from this deck. I just want to get you the name of it. Star Codes Astro Oracle. One of my beautiful people sent it to me, you guys. You're so nice. So right away on the bottom, we have Uranus, change, 25, Chariot energy, High Priestess energy, Hierophant energy, listening to your intuition, spiritual lessons learned, change. Beautiful. And underneath we have the number 3, Empress energy. Interesting. So what did I say, 25? It's on page 66. Surprise or be surprised. Interesting. It tried to stop recording. Surprise or be surprised. Be ready to shift gears. It's time to experience and try a fresh approach. Interesting. If your life were a garden, now would be the time to scatter handfuls of diverse seeds, water them all, see what grows, and weed the rest later. Urgent anxiety can be a symptom of Uranian restlessness. Oh my gosh, the advice, don't be anxious. Urgent anxiety. So if you get sudden anxiety or sudden fear, it can be a symptom of Uranian restlessness. So rather than just flailing about, look for the root cause and ask what change would actually solve the problem. Interesting. If you are thrown on a sudden or shocking change, assume that you are being tossed out of the nest into a potentially heroic journey. Chaos can be an important catalyst, an unnerving moment caught between forms. The discomfort allows and propels you to transform. Become your most authentic, eccentric, love it, self. You are just what is needed. Interesting. Uranus electrifies. It may feel like your finger is stuck in an electrical socket. You are anxious to change, but you can spin your wheels until you shift into the new gear. Prepare for an evolutionary leap. Interesting. Shocking circumstances can force you to engage gifts you didn't know you had and help you transform. You are not those external attributes in transformation. You will not resolve. You will not dissolve. A caterpillar is still internally the same creature once it becomes a butterfly. Interesting. So let's see what wants to come out. Right away, I have Cancer energy, which is Chariot energy. Interesting. Lots of Chariot energy. Stop! We have communication. I told you. Interesting. That's on page 41. I am going to look at that. And we have balance. Oh my gosh. Another 7. What? Hang on. Okay. Well, there we go. I'm taking those because that's what I was, well, my guides told me to take them. We have a third card about balance. 7, Chariot energy, Libra energy. You know, we've seen scales 3 times in your reading now. It's very clear what's happening. And we do have communication coming in. We have these 2 birds flitting about each other. We have Emperor energy 4, 1, Magician energy. So this person taking action, them communicating with you, forward movement. 5, Hierophant energy, spiritual lesson learned, possibly Hierophant energy, commitment. That's what we had coming out in your tarot. And again, 7, forward movement. This reading is insane. Insane in the membrane. Check the lines of communication in your thinking process. First, repair any actual technical glitches, loose wires, computer or phone problems. Then take this metaphor as a step further to look at how your messages are sent and received. Make sure you understand what was intended in a letter or email you received. Ask other people what they heard you say in an exchange. When in doubt, ask for more information and repair any miscommunication. Then take this metaphor in-house and look within. Notice the quality of your thinking. Repair glitches, stretch your mental muscles, and improve the quality of your communications. You may need to learn new ways to express yourself so that others hear your true intentions. Think about how you learned to communicate growing up through your relationships. Remember what I was saying about the 5 of Swords and about how we act in relationships based on, anyway, the synchronicities are just crazy pants. Anyway, investigate how early relationships formed mental habits that affect the present moment. You may need to get out of your head and get a fresh perspective. Observe and test your assumptions. Check for confirmation bias, the tendency to believe anything that supports your opinions and reject new information that challenges your worldview. Read a spiritual text or ponder a metaphysical concept and let it stretch your mind. Anyway, it's on page 99. And 99 is, 99 is very symbolic of 2 evolved beings who have learned about themselves and who have improved, coming back together and building the strongest foundation possible. Anyway, jeez. And we have balance. Sometimes conflict needs to, oh, it's on page 30, oh my gosh, it's on page 30 and 31, which equals 3 and 4, which equals 7. Sometimes conflict needs to erupt before a healthy equilibrium can be re-established. Repression is not peace. Beauty can be misleading. Aesthetics alone can be shallow and incomplete unless loveliness expresses a deeper beauty, a compassionate heart. Interesting. Libra asks us to strengthen all the relationships with an infusion of justice, equity, equality, communication, fairness, and romance. The cardinal air sign Libra is ruled by Venus, and it is a symbol of blah, and its symbol is balanced scales. Compassion and purpose infuse beauty, and beauty flows from a balanced composition. To bring true balance to this situation, look at it through the lens of social justice and ask what would be unequivocally fair. I don't even know what that means. Assess what you value, assess what others value, and find compromise. Become aware of any personal bias, whether you believe that your opinion is more important than someone else's, or that theirs is more important than yours. Chant no justice, no peace. Okay, so I'm going to have to show that to you. Chant no, as in no, no justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. Be fair, straightforward, appreciative, and kind. Look at the whole situation for better composition. Balance the colors, the light, the shapes, and forms. Make sure everyone in this relationship feels heard. Acknowledge the existing beauty in the situation and ask yourself how you can bring in more. Explore the arts, music, and movement. Engage in expressive joy and let your soul take in this powerful medicine. Whether at work, at home, or in your love life, this situation may require a partnership of equals. As you create beauty and balance in your situation, you may call in new people who want to dance with you. Meet them on a level field and explore what you can do together. Anyway, I feel like I've rambled on for a very long time, so I'm going to end this reading here. But thank you for spending this time with me, where I just had a lot of freakouts about synchronicities and magic. But yeah, I hope this reaches you guys well. I hope it brings something to you and brings some peace to you. And, you know, you all, I see a lot of you comment that say this is your time. You feel like this is your time during your day with your friend. And I just want to say I feel exactly the same way. I always imagine that I'm sitting around with some of you, you know. Anyway, I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow, and I love you. And have a good day, and drink some water, and have a cookie, and tell yourself that you love yourself because you deserve it, because you're lovely and you're amazing, and I love you. Anyway, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.